Business and Market Roundup is next with Sarah Alcaldi. Now, Sarah, Israel working overtime to boost its gas sector?
That's right, Julian. It wants foreign investors to take part in developing the industry. I'll speak with Israel's Energy and Water Minister for more on this after the break. Meanwhile, let's turn our attention to Israel, who is drumming up foreign support for gas exploration in the country. It's welcoming bids for gas drilling off Israel's coasts. It's also hoping to establish at least 2 export routes to Western Europe. Israel has discovered significant gas deposits in recent years, but political roadblocks have hampered new exploration. Well, for more on this, I'm now joined by Dr. Yuval Steinitz from our Marina Bay studio. He's Israel's Minister of Energy and Water. He's in town to provide details of the bidding round to foreign companies. Dr. Steinitz, thanks so much for joining us today. One of the major concerns from foreign players recently have been the changing regulations of the country. How can you assure foreign companies that Israel is an economically viable place to do business, particularly in gas exploration?
Look, in the past we didn't have in Israel any significant natural resources, unlike many other countries in the Middle East, in the Arab world. So we were forced to develop a very strong, vibrant, high-tech economy. And Israel became known as a startup nation. But and global companies who are already, 350 of them, already heavily invested in Israel, are very happy usually with their investments. Now we have new opportunities. We did discover 2 big, actually giant natural gas fields in the Mediterranean 7 and 6 years ago, Tamar and Leviathan. Like many other countries, we were caught by surprise, so we have to consider what we want to do with it, what kind of regulatory regime we want to put in place. But this is over now. Last year, when I became Minister of Energy, I decided to establish a unified and inclusive government gas and oil policy. It became known as a gas framework. This unified policy was already approved by the cabinet, by the parliament, and by the judicial system, and it's now in place. And the potential for new discoveries look very, very significant.
Yeah, but this comes at an interesting time when explorers are already battling with low energy prices. How do you think that could affect foreign interest in this particular project? Two
answers to this. First, the Tamar gas field that was already developed and producing natural gas, I think became very good business despite the decline in gas and oil prices. But more important still, those who are looking for new explorations and new discoveries of large gas fields are actually looking not on the current price, but what is more relevant, what will be the status and what will be the prices 10 and 20 and 30 years from now. And this look very good. The prospect or the vision that in the next few decades, the Eastern Mediterranean Basin, in general and Israel in particular, will become a major or significant supplier of natural gas to Europe seems very promising. I'm speaking about new discoveries that can be expected according to all the scientific and geological research in the economic waters of Cyprus, Israel, and Egypt together. It seems that at the end of the day, it will be something around 10,000 BCM or 350 TCF. It's a large amount of natural gas. And since it's in quite close proximity to countries like Egypt and Turkey and also to Europe, to Greece and Italy, it seems that the prospect of exporting Israeli gas to Europe, to Western Europe, look very, very reasonable.
Yeah. Before I let you go, Dr. Steinitz, where do you think oil prices are headed then?
Well, it's difficult for me to say, but I think that maybe natural gas prices that historically were very close, very linked with oil prices, that this is going to be different. All over the world. We see it in Israel, we see it in Turkey, in Egypt, in Europe, because of the Paris climate agreements, countries, power stations are shifting to natural gas. Natural gas create very low emission of pollution. It's very clean energy. And therefore, what we shall see in the future is that, at least in Western countries, but I think all over the world, in the next several decades, countries will need more natural gas. I can tell you that according to the European Energy Commissioner, which already met me, they see the Eastern Mediterranean Basin as some kind of replacement in the future to the Northern Sea, which are already started to deplete. So the Northern Sea will be replaced by the Eastern Sea, by the Eastern Mediterranean Basin, by gas fields in Israel and in some other countries in the vicinity.
All right. Thank you so much for your thoughts, Dr. Steinitz. That was Yuval Steinitz, Israel's Minister of Energy and Water. Those are your business headlines.